You're nothing. Not to me. Not to anyone. Get out. That's what my sister said before slamming the door in my face. I stood there in uniform, dusty boots, aching back, 2 duffel bags at my feet on the porch of the house I grew up in. She didn't just lock the door, she locked me out of my own family. I'm Rachel Bennett, 42, a major in the U.S. Air Force. I gave my life to service, but when I came home after deployment, my family had already replaced me. They think they erased me, but they don't know what Evelyn left behind, and I'm done staying quiet. Have you ever felt like your existence didn't matter? Tell me in the comments. You're not invisible. I didn't even knock at first. I used my old key, but when it didn't fit, I knew. The lock was new, so was the silence. I pounded once, then again. On the third knock, I looked through the side curtain. She was inside, sitting at the dining table, flipping through military files, my files. She didn't look up, didn't need to. She knew I'd come. I was exhausted, hollow. I hadn't slept since CAR. My divorce was barely finalized. I had nowhere else to go. All I asked was to stay in the attic temporarily until reassignment. Her response, "You're nothing to this family, don't come back." She didn't let me use the bathroom, didn't offer a glass of water, just closed the curtain like I was a solicitor. That night, I slept in my car, parked 2 blocks away because I couldn't stomach the sight of our house glowing warm behind the trees while I froze. I called Mom straight to voicemail. Dad answered, then hung up. 3 rings, that's all I got. The next morning, I checked my bank account, nearly $900 gone, authorized by Diane Bennett, my mother. Then a message came through, a neighbor, "Hey, Rachel, just a heads up, Lauren had people over last night, strangers, looked serious." I was being erased, not metaphorically, not emotionally, legally, financially, like I'd never been born. But the message that stopped everything was from Colonel Amanda Pierce, my sister's commanding officer. She wrote, "Major Bennett, I believe it's time we talked." And that's when I knew the truth wasn't buried, it was just waiting for someone to dig. For a while, I tried to play nice. Lauren said I could stay in the attic temporarily. No welcome, no warmth, just rules. Lights out by 9, she said like I was a teenager. I paid for my own food, paid utilities, fixed the attic heater myself. Still, I was treated like a squatter. Dinner happened without me. I'd sit upstairs and listen to the silverware clink while they talked about store profits and promotions like I didn't exist. When I did come down, Mom would remind me, "If you're not helping with Bennett outdoors, at least try to stay quiet." One night, I brought home something I was proud of, a draft proposal, Iron Mind, a mental health program I'd been building for combat medics and junior officers. I handed it to Lauren. She didn't even pause her fork. Still playing therapist to soldiers, adorable. I swallowed that humiliation and went back upstairs. There, tucked behind a painting in the attic, I found something unexpected, a letter from Evelyn, dated 1998. She wrote, "If you're reading this, it means you've survived, and surviving doesn't make you weak, it makes you unerasable. You are the flame they'll never extinguish." It was like someone reached through time just to say, "I see you." But then came the tipping point. Lauren left her laptop open. I glanced at the screen. An email half-written. It read, "Rachel won't hold up. We just need to apply pressure at the right time." No signature, but it was her voice. The next day, the bank confirmed it. Lauren had changed the ownership record of the house. I was now listed as a temporary occupant with no legal claim. The house I grew up in, the attic I was sleeping in, it wasn't mine, not even for a day longer than they allowed. They were closing in, not just emotionally, they were preparing to cash me out of my own life. But they forgot. I didn't survive war zones by being naive, and I wasn't about to go quietly. Lauren didn't just want me gone, she wanted me discredited, destroyed. One Thursday, James Carter from the base messaged me, "Hey, Lauren presented your comms breach analysis today, no credit given, thought you'd want to know." My jaw locked. I'd stayed up till 3 a.m., perfecting that report. Even the misspelled word in footnote number 6, redundancy, was mine, and she knew it. That night, I confronted her. "Did you present my report?" She didn't even look up. "It's just information, anyone could have written it." Mom chimed in, "Rachel, why must everything be a confrontation?" I walked out without another word. Later, I gave Lauren one last chance. I handed her the Iron Mind proposal, my passion, my purpose. She skimmed it, then laughed. "Who would ever listen to you?" I clenched my fists. Evelyn did. She believed in me. Lauren's smile turned venomous. She was wrong. She was sentimental. You're a failure. That was it. I packed my bags and left. No shouting, no drama, just a woman who'd had enough. That night, alone in my car, a message came through. Watch Lauren, she's clearing the field for something bigger. You're not part of the plan. No name, no context, but it didn't matter. I drove straight to base and checked the print server logs. There it was, timestamped at 2:17 a.m., a document titled Asset Reallocation Proposal, Bennett Property, Golden Ridge. She wasn't just locking me out, she was prepping to sell the house, my house, Evelyn's legacy. Sale value, $820,000. And then, just when I thought it couldn't cut deeper, I came home to find a note taped to the door. Your belongings are in the shed, please remove them by Saturday. The lock was shifted again. I tried the key, it didn't fit. I was done knocking. They wanted me out of the picture, but I wasn't a photo, I was the signature on the frame, I wasn't going to be erased. Back at the motel, I plugged in the USB Colonel Pierce gave me. Inside, Evelyn's handwritten trust documents, bank withdrawals, signed authorizations, all proving Lauren and Diane used trust money for spa upgrades, hardwood floors, security systems. The trust wasn't theirs to touch. Then came the final blow, Evelyn's video. Rachel, if you're seeing this, they've chosen control over character, but the trust is your shield and the law is your sword. I emailed everything to JA. I wasn't hiding anymore. 2 days later, I was called into internal security at Momstrom. A junior officer read from a clipboard, "You've been accused of unauthorized data extraction and mishandling of internal files." Lauren had filed a false complaint. Classic move, discredit the one who knew too much. But James Carter came through. He showed up at my room that night with a flash drive. I found this in the ops archive. She sent it last month. On the screen, if Rachel becomes a problem, I have ways to disqualify her. One red flag is all it takes. She wasn't even hiding it. James also found the partial deed transfer, Lauren and Diane trying to sell the Golden Ridge property to Dale Ridge developers. The trust's lock clause auto-triggered when I filed the JA complaint. The sale was frozen, their plan dead on arrival. PS called an emergency legal review. No press, no family games, just facts. Inside the conference room, I faced them all, Lauren in full uniform, Diane pale, our family lawyer, stiff in his chair. PS opened with, over $147,000 misused, none aligned with the trust's mandate. I presented the recordings, the documents, the forged complaint. Lauren tried to interrupt. She doesn't deserve this, she's weak. I stood calmly. At least I never needed to steal someone else's light to feel visible. Diane whispered. We just wanted Lauren to succeed. PS cut in. Effective immediately, all access to trust assets is revoked, legal review pending. And I proposed this, the trust buys me a home near base. A third party manages the cabin, no access to Lauren, no more shadows. They wanted silence. But Evelyn taught me how to speak in thunder. It's been 3 months. I now live in a small sunlit home 10 minutes from Momstrom, no gates, no granite countertops, just peace, a garden I water myself, a porch where I drink coffee without flinching at every car that passes. Evelyn's badge sits in a shadow box above my desk, the sunlight hits it every morning like she's still watching, still proud. Iron Mind was approved. I now lead sessions with young officers, combat medics, people who carry invisible wounds, and they listen because now I speak without asking for permission. Lauren reassigned desk duty pending ethical review. She doesn't wear her medals in public anymore. Mom texted once, I'm sorry. I never replied. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reunion, some bridges are best left in ashes. James and Nate became my chosen family, they helped me move, repaint walls, plant lavender. We laughed, we healed, no performance, no manipulation, just presence. One day, a package arrived from the cabin. Inside, Evelyn's lavender scarf and a replica of my very first Air Force badge. On the back, engraved, shape the world, Rachel, don't let the world shape you. That night, my inbox pinged, an invitation to keynote at the National Military Wellness Conference. I whispered toward Evelyn's photo. You saw me before I ever learned how to see myself. To anyone listening, if you've ever felt erased by the people who were supposed to protect you, know this. You don't have to carry what broke you. You can build something new from it. And sometimes the quietest ones, we rise the loudest. If this story hits something in you, if you've ever been cast out, erased, or told you were too quiet to matter, leave an "I'm still here" in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from, because stories like these remind us we're not alone. Hit follow if you want more stories of healing, courage, and real karma. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, send it to them right now. Because silence is how they win. But truth is how we take it all.